Welcome to Fortified Training, and I want to thank you in advance for joining this particular workshop. What we're going to talk about today is goal setting and leadership. And we're going to talk a little bit about not a little bit, but a lot about what success is all about, and maybe most importantly, the secrets of success. One of the questions that you may want to ask is, why is it that, have you ever wondered why some people seem to be successful without even trying? Have you ever wondered why some people seem to go through life so effortlessly and seem to have accumulated so much and have so much abundance and go to some of the finest places in the world and live a life that's almost like a fairy tale? And then you have other people who are the total opposite. Their lives are full of pain and suffering and loaded with turmoil. There's drug addiction, there's poverty, there's family breakups, there's just a whole host of issues, prison, premature death. I mean, all of the bad things that could happen usually do, and their lives are marred in it, and so are their children's lives, etc. Have you ever wondered why some people are able to achieve and others aren't? Well, that's kind of the way that things are, aren't they? Well, what I want to share with you today is that things don't have to be that way. Who am I? Well, my name is Ronald A.J. Fort. I grew up in New York City in the projects in the 60s and 70s, and that was a step up because in actuality, I spent the first years of my life in a welfare hotel in New York City. And the reason why we were there was because my dad died in a fire that my brother and I were also in. We were fortunate enough to be rescued by a neighbor. And so my years of 4, 5, and 6 were spent in pretty good poverty. And as I said a little earlier, a step up was the projects. So I come from very, very humble beginnings, and I've been truly, truly blessed with some of the information that I've gotten over the years. And one of the things I want to do today is I want to share some of that information with you. You see, my core ideology is helping people accomplish their goals. And I looked forward to the day when I could sit or stand and present this information to the masses, because I believe that the more people that know what I'm about to share with you, the more successful those people will be, and ultimately the more successful our country will be, and hopefully the world, as a result of you knowing this information. A lot of what I'm going to share with you is not new information, but it's information that only a few people have. So I want to make sure that you're one of those people. So let's get started. It's not about me, it's about you. And I'm going to share with you why some people fail and some people succeed. So the first thing I want to do is I want to show you this diagram. And what you see here is you see a brain in the middle. You see two towers. These are guard towers. You see a fence or a wall, and the brain sits behind it. Then you see two guards, and the guards are guarding the information that's going into the brain. You'll also notice that you'll see these arrows with these negative signs. These negative signs are negative information. And these guards are trained to let that negative information in. Now, I know that sounds a little bit strange. We have guards that actually let negative information in? Yes, we do. And it starts at a very, very young age. It starts with information that our kids get in school. It starts with information our kids get on the television. It starts with information our kids get from violent video games. It starts with information our kids get from violent music or violent language. And it starts to permeate in their brains. And through our lives, our teenage lives and our adult lives, we become more and more addicted to negative energy. Have you ever asked yourself why you enjoy looking at the news so much, like CNN, etc., or reading the paper, and the first thing your eyes go to is what bad happened? What blew up? What negative thing happened? We thrive on it. And what happens is, because of this phenomena, people are negative. They have so much negativity inside of them that it's very, very difficult for them to be successful in anything, because their brains are just in a negative state of mind. When you want to talk about creative thought, You want to talk about positive attitudes. These things won't happen with negative energy inside. Now I want to show you, I'm going to give you the solution. For some of you who are looking at this video, you're probably saying to yourself, well, that's no surprise. Others may be saying, wow, I never thought about it that way. I'll even give you another example. One of the reasons why, well, I'm out in my daily travels and somebody asks me, well, how are you doing? I tell them, unbelievable. Why do I say that? Because I don't want to start going down a negative road. If I say I'm doing well and they're not, they say, well, how'd you get so lucky? If I say things are not going too well, they say, yeah, I know what you mean. And they're not going so well for me either. And before you know it, we're on this negative vibration. So you need to be very careful what you say, because people love to talk about negativity. But now let's talk about success, and let's talk about the other way you should look at things. And if you look at this diagram, you see the same guards, you see the same towers, but you look at the brain and you'll see positive signs on top and with arrows going to the brain. And the reason why the drawing is done this way is because in order to get positive information in, you have to literally sneak it past the guards, because the guards would not consciously allow you to get positive energy in. That's why when somebody tries to tell you something that is positive, the first thing we do is we doubt them. No, that can't be true. Okay, and that's why news outlets don't talk about positive things that often, although now I'm starting to see more of it when I do happen to flip on the television set. So how do you get positive energy in? You get it by reading information of a positive nature, by reading books and listening to tapes and programs that give you positive information. Let me give you some examples of those. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill is an example of those. The Bible is an example of something that you read that brings out positive thought. Blink by Malcolm Gladwell, that talks about your instincts and your gut. How to Win Friends and Influence People. The Awakened Light by Wayne Dyer. There are a variety of Earl Nightingale, The Strangest Secret. There's a variety of information out there, and at the end of this, I'm going to give you a reading list of materials that you can go out and you can get to start saturating your brain with positive waves. Because when you have positive thought waves, it's a lot easier for you to accomplish your goals. First, you have to believe. And then once you believe, then you can succeed. And that starts with positive thought. I want to give you a message. And this is a very, very important message, and it comes from Sermon on the Mount. And it comes from Matthew 7:7, and it speaks to keep asking, seeking, and knocking. Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and it will be open to you. For everyone who seeks finds, and to him who knocks it will be open. That's in the Bible. And that's true. I'm here today from the projects and all the other bad things that go along with it to tell you that it works. But you got to seek, you got to knock, and you got to ask. So if you're interested in designing your life, if you're interested in accomplishing your goals, then you need to contact me at ronfort@forttifiedtraining.com. Forttified is spelled Forttified, and you can also go to my website, www.forttifiedtraining.com, or I can be reached at area code 209-846-3014. I look forward to hearing from you. I promise you that if you can learn this information, it's very, very simple. You will change your life. You will be able to realize your dreams. Congratulations in advance, and I look forward to seeing you at the top.